De'Aaron Fox has been shut down for the season, which means somebody else is going to be inserted into the starting lineup. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports TGIF. And the question I put out to you is, with Fox down, should Stephon Castle start? I'll give my opinion on that in just a few moments, but first, let's get into the article from AR Alamo. After just 17 games, De'Aaron Fox's season as a Spur is over. Some would say maybe it should have ended a little sooner. The star point guard will be out for the rest of the year as he recovers from surgery to fix a lingering injury on his finger, and it's also on his shooting hand, that has been bothering him since training camp with the Kings last October. That's right, he has been playing with that injury and through pain throughout the whole season, which means Stephon Castle's Rookie of the Year chances improve drastically. Well, maybe. The Spurs could go a lot of different ways in how they fill the starting spot left vacant, but Castle and Jeremy Sochan seem like the best bets. Between the two, Castle is more likely to get the nod, as Sochan doesn't fit seamlessly next to Bismack Biyombo and has been the team's backup center with Charles Bassey out. And Charles Bassey, let's be honest, is he out for the rest of the season yet? It seems like it. In all likelihood, Castle will start, which should help him get Rookie of the Year. More minutes means more opportunities, right? Also more opportunities. Blake Wesley will likely get some playing time, and maybe, this is a big maybe, Spurs fans, Malachi Branham will be let out of the doghouse. Beyond getting the numbers for Rookie of the Year, spending as much time as possible with the veterans and Devin Vassell? That's what we're putting there? Okay. Should have other benefits. Castle could still win the award coming off the bench, but the experience he'd get by facing the opponent's best players on a nightly basis should speed up his development, which should be one of the main priorities going forward. I agree. Develop Stephon Castle. But also, let's not forget, with Fox being out, that probably means better lottery odds could make up for the lost opportunity. The truth is, the Spurs season was over when Victor Wembanyama was sidelined. Yeah, pretty much. When Wemby went down, I was still hoping we'd try to make a play-in run, but we were losing with Wemby. We sure as heck aren't going to win without Wemby as well. The play became an unlikely goal, and now at this point, I know mathematically we're still in as Spurs fans, but we got to be honest with ourselves. It's just probably not happening, especially now that Fox is shut down. The upside is the Spurs will likely be worse in the short term, but could realistically move up a couple of spots in terms of lottery odds. Assuming they can out-tank the Bulls and Trailblazers. The Blazers have lost, I think, 5 in a row, and I think we're probably going to finish somewhere around 8 or 9. Just the teams ahead of us are bad and probably not going to win enough games with only about 16 to 18 games left for each team. We're pretty much nestled and nettled, just stuck there right around 8 or 9. With the Hawks pick increasingly looking like it will land in the teens, and it really is, Spurs fans, it's not looking good anymore. They're on, I think, a 4-game heater right now. Getting San Antonio's first round in the top 7 would be hugely beneficial. I don't see top 7. I think 8, unless we get some more lottery ball magic. It's happened 2 times. Can lightning strike for a 3rd time? Why not? I can be a greedy Spurs fan, can't I? There are still reasons to watch the remaining games. As mentioned, Stephon Castle's development could be accelerated by the unfortunate situation the franchise has found itself in. That would be Wemby down, Fox down, Pop down, Bassey down. Others who had seen this role shrink or who have been burned on the bench could now have opportunities. There's still a lot of individual growth that can happen and will be fun to watch. All right, let me give my 2 cents. Should Stephon Castle start? Unless you're new here, I think the answer on that is pretty obvious. Yes. Would I like to see the rest of the season? I think we have 18 games left-ish. Am I right on that? I think it's 18. I'd like to see Castle average 20 points per game and start. Not beyond, it's certainly possible. He's put up 20 or more plenty of times. He's probably going to get more minutes now, so I'd like to see that happen, and that would probably cement him as Rookie of the Year. I would really like to see Devin Vassell play like the Devin Vassell of last year, the remainder of the season. Whether you love him or hate him, if he plays better, it's good for the team next year. If you hate him, well, I don't want to say hate. If you want him gone, if he plays better, it increases his trade value. It's a win-win if he plays better for the team. I like to see Keldon Johnson keep scoring and screaming off the bench. I've enjoyed his development, or maybe not development, but how much better he's been playing since Wemby went down. Let's give Blake Wesley and Malachi Branham some playing time off the bench. See if either is worth keeping around. These were both first-round picks in 2022. No, they have not developed the way we would like to have, but maybe we can salvage one. I'm guessing Blake Wesley might be our backup point guard. He's been in some minutes lately here and there, and if Castle's in the starting lineup, that means more opportunities from off the bench, and maybe Branham gets some shine as well. And just I'd like to see one of those guys succeed here as a backup. It's not likely based on prior That's the word I'm looking for. Just on what they've done for the team. There we go. And then how about Jeremy Sohan? Maybe see Jeremy Sohan play like pre-injury Jeremy Sohan. Remember when he was killing it before his thumb injury? Maybe just play like that a little bit. And also, this might not be a popular opinion, maybe some less minutes for Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. Not a ton less. I'm not saying have them play 10 minutes a game, but if they're playing north of 30, cut it down to 26 to 28, maybe 25 on some nights. Our goal is to develop. They're veterans. They're developed. Their game is what it is. So what I'd like to see more importantly from this team is develop and try to be competitive. Even if you're losing, build on something for next season. I don't want to see the 30-point, 40-point blowouts the rest of the way. Still be as competitive as you can with the players we have on the roster. And you know what? Let me throw in here. This is something I hadn't really thought of. How about some emotion, some fire from Mitch Johnson the rest of the season? We've been seeing it a little lately, which is great. I wish he had it there months ago, but we're starting to see just a little more animated Johnson on the sideline, not just a flaccid Johnson. Now it's more he seems more just, and I don't know. I'm going off on a tangent, but just I don't want to say that he cares more now, but he looks like he's coaching now. I guess the best way to put it, he's coaching now. He's calling timeouts more when it's more appropriate. Maybe challenging a little more. Just if this guy is going to be our head coach next season, don't be beating me up in the comments, but we don't know what the Spurs' plans are. Is it Pop? Is it him? Is it somebody else? We have no idea. They could say to Mitch, you know what? We thought you did a good job. And, Pops can't come back as coach, take over the reins. So, you know what? How about this is an audition for him as well now? Get the best out of what you have on this roster the rest of the season and show us that you're the guy. I'm actually rooting for him to succeed. I'm rooting for all these guys I mentioned to succeed, because if everybody succeeds and plays better and develops, it's good for the franchise. If the guys play like crap, then, that's not good, because this is another losing season, the 6th losing season in a row. And I don't know if that's, obviously, I don't know if that's affecting the morale of any players. Some of the players just got here like Castle, so maybe, it won't affect the player that's here for the first time. But Kellen's been here. This is Kellen's 6th year, right? This is Kellen's 6th year. So all he's known with this franchise is losing. So build on something the rest of the season. See the guys smile once in a while. When they beat the Mavericks in that second game, they look so happy. Let's have a few wins like that. Not a ton of wins. I'm not crazy. I don't want us to win the rest of the games, because it would be fruitless and pointless at this point. But win some games here and there and finish around the 8th or 9th. Have the lottery ball magic, and we'll draft Cooper Flag. And then there's our big 3: Cooper Flag, Stephon Castle, Victor Wembanyama. Sound good? All right. That's all I got. Drop a comment down below your thoughts on everything we just went over. Hit the thumbs up, like, support the channel. And before I forget, we'll be live tonight for the Hornets is at 8 p.m. Eastern, and there's another game tomorrow night at 8:30. I forget who we're playing. I think it's the Pelicans. I'll be live for both of those with Miss TSR, and we should maybe win one of those. And actually, I'll close with this as well. Don't know who my Giants have at quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, now Joe Flacco's in the mix. I don't want any of them. None of them. No. Anyway, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Thank you, and as always, go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go. 'Cause the Giants stay.